Hello everyone, Silent here. Welcome back to another Bedrock Edition tutorial. In this one, I'll be showing you how to build a very strange and unique, yet very powerful and fast automatic potion brewer. This potion brewer uses pushable tile entities, which is a Bedrock unique feature, to function. So as you can see there, we can easily push around all these brewing stands, making for a very compact, yet also very fast potion brewer. This potion brewer gets you 3 potions every 20 seconds, meaning it only takes 6 minutes to fill up an entire double chest full of potions. And this can be any potion of your choice. Right now we're brewing splash potions of fire resistance, but this can be any potion of your choosing, any amount of ingredients either. Right now we got 4 ingredients. You can use it with just 3, with 6, or any amount of ingredients that you like. Very nice little brewer. And the redstone honestly isn't too bad either. It is 6 by 5 by 6. And honestly, I'm just super happy that such a strange looking system turned out so well. It is honestly very powerful and really quite nice. I highly suggest building this in your world. This is actually a pretty user-friendly design as well. So we have 2 full double chests of water bottle storage up here. So you got your main one right there, and in the back you can see the second one, which isn't actually accessible, but you shouldn't need to open that anyway. And then you can also open up all of the brewing stands. So as you can see, we got awkward potions brewing right there. We have our fire resistance of 3 minutes brewing right there in the back corner. We got fire resistance of 8 minutes brewing in the front. And then the final product brewing right here in the front left. You can also access all of the ingredient hoppers. So we got our netherwort back there, our magma cream, the redstone dust, and then also the gunpowder. So pretty user-friendly design. You can access everything that you need to, although getting the aim down might be slightly tedious, but it shouldn't be too bad. This is also a very reliable design. As you can see, I have tested this thing a fair bit. Let's just say a little bit. And the only problems that this thing ever ran into over about 2 hours of testing is running out of storage space, of course, and also running out of water bottles to actually use for potions. But those are 2 very easy problems to fix. So all that being said, this system does have a couple of flaws. The main flaw being is that there is no safety system in place for the ingredients. So if you run out of ingredients while brewing, it's just going to keep on brewing. So mainly, you just have to be mindful when you have this brewing. Do not go AFK with the system running if you know you're low on ingredients. So, just every time you turn it on, make sure you check the ingredients, make sure they're topped off. And 2 minor flaws: if you run out of storage room or if you run out of bottles, the system will keep on going as well. Either way, it's a very easy fix. They will likely just end up with a bunch of netherwort in the ingredient slot and either no bottles in the slots below or just your final product or your final potion in the slots below. Again, either of those flaws are both very easy things to fix if it does happen to you. So basically how this works is every time your system activates, all of your brewing stands will be moved forward by 1 position. So this is the default position right here with no bottles in them and no ingredients in them. And when your system activates, it will move to position number 2 right there, where it will then be given your water bottles and your first ingredient. And then after it's given all the bottles and ingredients, it's going to wait 20 seconds. That's very important. Every ingredient for potions, it takes 20 seconds to brew down. So once it brews down that netherwort and bottles, it will give you an awkward potion. The system will activate and it will move it to the 3rd position, where it will then be given our next ingredient, and that will brew down into our next type of potion. Another 20 seconds later, it will go to our 4th position, where it will be given the next ingredient and brew down into the next type of potion. And then it will go to the final slot, be given the final ingredient, and make the final type of potion. And then finally, it goes back to the default position and will actually collect the finished product. Very simple, and hopefully that's a good explanation for you. Alright, so let's finally hop into the tutorial. You guys can find a full materials list for this build in the description down below for your convenience. And what I'll be showing you how to build is the 4 ingredient potion brewer. So if you want to brew potions with 2, 3, or 4 ingredients, build exactly what I'm going to show you here. However, if you want to brew potions that require 5+ ingredients, then you'll need to expand the system. I'll show you how to do that a little bit later on. But basically what you need to do is get this kind of setup going to begin your build. So pretty simple stuff. What we have in the front here is our output chest where our finished potions will be going, and then our on and off switch is right here. And that is pretty much it. So once you have all of this in place, we can get to building up the brewer. Alright, so let's start off light and just get in our piston feed tape real quick. So we're going to go ahead and place a sticky piston right here on top of this block. And then you want a normal piston to the side of it right there. You then want another normal piston right there and one more normal piston just like so. Go ahead and place down 3 pieces of redstone dust right there. A repeater on 4 ticks and one more repeater on 4 ticks right there. And finally, a piece of redstone dust on top of that block. Alright, so now head to the back of your build and we need to install our etho hopper clock. So of course we need the 2 hoppers facing into each other just like so. A comparator going into a block with a piece of redstone dust on top, and we need that on both sides. And we need 2 pistons right there. Now, a little bit of a pro tip on Bedrock Edition, you only need normal pistons because of some weird funkiness with piston behavior. So you save a little bit of slime actually on your etho hopper clocks. Now just place a redstone block in between these things. And this redstone block should be at the same layer as this block right here. Go ahead and grab yourself an observer and place that facing your redstone block right there. You should see this piston activate and then this one afterwards. And that is the proper sequence. It's 1, 2, 3, and then 4. So now what you want to go ahead and do is finalize your on and off switch. So place a piece of redstone dust right there, a solid block there, and then a redstone torch there. And again, you should see those 3 pistons activate. And maybe you can just flick that lever and play with it a little bit. So a pro tip, do not place any solid blocks right here because when you flick this lever on, you will completely break your system. So no solid blocks here whatsoever. If you want to put a block there, put a slab or a stair or something. What you want to do from here is place a observer facing downwards towards that one right there, a solid block above it, and then 4 slabs in these locations right here, and 2 redstone dust right there. Grab yourself a repeater on 3 ticks going into a block, 2 more blocks along, and 1 more block up, and then you want 2 more repeaters on 4 ticks just like so. And with that, your entire piston feed tape should be completely done, so you can place in some temporary blocks like so, and then flick your lever and you should see this all get moved around by 1 block. Fantastic, you've done everything completely correct. We just need a little bit more redstone on the back side over here, so put a repeater on 4 ticks right there, going into a solid block, 2 more blocks along, and then 1 more block up like so. Place yourself a redstone dust right there, and 2 repeaters on 4 ticks going into that block with a redstone torch on the side. Now, in case you're wondering about all of these repeaters on 4 ticks and whatnot, we really do need all of this additional delay pretty much everywhere in this build, otherwise everything gets very unreliable. Bedrock Edition Redstone is completely randomized, and it doesn't help that it's also very locational as well. And now we're on the home stretch, so now you can go ahead and actually place in all of your brewing stands. So 1 there, and 3 along the front like so. And what you can actually do is just try out your piston feed tape again, and you should see all of those guys get moved around. Honestly, kind of fun to watch. I like it. So go ahead and place 4 hoppers. All of these are going to be facing downwards into these brewing stands right here. And this is what's going to deliver all of your ingredients into your potion stands. So go ahead and get yourself another hopper going into this back brewing stand right here. It's going to be right in between these 2 pistons, and this is going to be for your water bottle delivery system. So a double chest right there for additional storage, another hopper right there, and 1 more double chest like that, just so that you can actually store a fair amount of bottles in your system. Your brewer is now almost done. You just need to place 3 pieces of redstone dust right there, swing around to the backside, and place 60 items into your etho hopper clock. And now it is time to actually prime our brewing system. Doing this the first time is going to be maybe a little bit intimidating, maybe a little bit tedious for you. But basically what you need to figure out is what potion you're brewing and what ingredients that potion requires. So we're going to be making splash potions of healing 2 or instant health 2. And that's going to require netherwort, glistening melon, glowstone dust, and then gunpowder in that specific order. So the first ingredient is going to be this back left hopper over there. We're going to go ahead and put in our netherwort. The second ingredient is the back right hopper. That's going to be our glistening melon. The third ingredient is going to be this front right hopper. That's going to be for our glowstone dust. And then our fourth and final ingredient is going to be gunpowder for the front left hopper right there. And now we need to go ahead and put in the proper potions into each of our brewing stands. So this is going to vary for you. But for me, because I'm brewing these splash potions of healing, I'm going to put my stage 1 potions into our first stand. So that is going to be awkward potions into my first stand here. Let's put those in there like so. And for our second stand, I need to go ahead and put in 3 of these instant healing ones, just like so. And then for our third stand, it's going to be the instant health 2. And for the final one, you don't need to put anything in there, and don't put anything in here, of course, because that's just going to go straight into your chest. Now, I also went ahead and put in a stack of blaze powder into each of these. A stack of blaze powder lasts you a very, very long time. So before we activate our system for the first time, there's one final thing I want to mention. Do not have any blocks in this position right here. For some reason, having any form of block right there will completely break this. All these brewing stands will actually get pushed into this position right here. And that includes like a non-movable object. Don't put any blocks there at all. That'll completely break it. Yeah, so just a little bit of word of warning, but now we should be good to go to actually turn on this system, and everything will get moved forward by 1 position. Fantastic. We got ourselves 1 potion of instant healing, and everything is actually brewing it down into the proper potions. We can look at these back hoppers as well. Everything is brewing down into their proper types, and once these are done brewing, it should wait about a second or so and then activate the system again. So there we go. And then it should activate, boom, and then we actually start getting some potions. So as you can see, every 20 seconds we get ourselves 3 potions, and you can turn the system off at any time, it does not matter. One thing I would suggest doing is turning this off every time you intend to unload the area, or go to the nether, or leave the area. Whenever you are basically just, going away from this thing, make sure you turn it off, because it could in theory break, as is the case with any sort of redstone logic when it's being unloaded. This thing just filled up a couple double chests of healing potions in no time whatsoever. Very, very useful if you have yourself a gold farm. But what if you want to build yourself a potion brewer that can handle more than 4 ingredients? Well, this is actually a very easy modification. Basically what I did is I moved over this set of repeaters and this set of pistons and this set of repeaters up here. Just moved all of that over by 1 block, and this is now brewing up lingering potions of invisibility for 2 minutes, a 6 ingredient potion, as you can see here. I don't think there's any 7 ingredient potions, but you can just move this over by another block if there is. And yeah, this thing is just kind of pumping out the potions. Again, you get 3 potions every 20 seconds. It does not matter how many ingredients there are, you can just get yourself 3 potions every 20 seconds. Really quite fantastic. One final note I do want to add is you can actually slow down this machine. For instance, if you do use it with a gold farm and you don't want so many potions so fast, you can just add more items to the hopper clock back here. So if you want, 3 potions every 40 seconds, add in 2 stacks. If you want 3 potions every minute, add in 3 stacks of items. Very simple to slow down. Just because I know some of you are going to ask, yes, you can indeed add in 1 more hopper right here for a blaze powder refueler. And basically this will just kind of refuel the brewing stands as they are moving on by, keeping them topped up for an extremely long time. Honestly, you use so little blaze powder, it's not even necessary, but if you want to never worry about it for 10 eons, put another hopper right there. And the final thing to talk about with this brewer is how to fix it if you run out of storage or if you run out of bottles. Basically, the little process that we did to actually prime this system when we put in all the ingredients and we put in all the potions, you basically just need to do that. Put in the proper potions into each of these stands, and then you will fix it after you run out of storage or if you run out of bottles. A pretty easy process, but you will need a couple potions on hand. And that is going to do it for me this tutorial. Thank you all very, very much for watching. I do hope that you did enjoy. If you have any questions or comments or concerns, then please do let me know in those comments down below. I will be trying to help you out as best as I can. If you enjoyed this tutorial, then please do leave a like on the video. It took me many hours to put this design together. Fine-tuning it, tweaking it, trying to make it as best as I can for you guys. And if you're new to the channel, maybe consider subscribing so you don't miss the next tutorial. But again, thank you all very much for watching. I will see you down in the comments and in the next video. And then there was silence.